Hey, what's up, guys? Max Holloway versus Anthony Pettis is not going to be for the interim title. If Anthony Pettis wins, he doesn't get the interim title. But if Max Holloway wins, he gets the interim title. Hey, what up, guys? Welcome back to another MMA Breakdown podcast with your host, Trevor. Coming to you live from Studio 1B here in Jacksonville, Florida. Welcome to the show, baby. And you guys might be asking, well, why? Well, Anthony Pettis couldn't make the weight. He basically said his body was shutting down and he couldn't make the weight. So he was saying my career, my life is more important than making those 2 extra pounds. So for me, it's kind of like Chris Cyborg, for example. She can't make the 135-pound limit, and she's being forced to fight at 140, and she's almost killing herself to make that weight. It's the same thing with Max Holloway. Max Holloway is a beast. He is a guy who can make 145 easily because that's his weight class. The dude, Anthony Pettis, can't make the weight because he's a natural 155er, and he just can't make that weight. The dude, I'll say this, both of these guys are phenomenal fighters, right? But the weight cutting is an issue. A lot of fighters, that's why you have people like, you say, okay, Conor McGregor, he can't make 145 anymore. His natural weight would be 155. You have Cowboy Donald Cerrone, who can still make 155, but he's doing better at 170 because that's where his natural body is. So I think weight cutting is a big issue. And a lot of fighters are almost killing themselves to actually make weight. They're trying to cut as much weight as they possibly can. And you look at it this way. Kelvin Gastelum couldn't make weight at 170. So now he's going to be forced to fight at 185. Does he want to fight at 185? Probably not, because he wants to be the bigger, stronger guy. That's why he was at 170. The reason why Conor McGregor is whooping so many asses at 145 is because he was a bigger, stronger man. He had longer reach, he was just bigger, stronger. John Jones, bigger, stronger. That's why he was winning at 205. So for me, I don't think Anthony Pettis should be fighting at 145. Even though he's lost a few fights at 155 pounds, he needs to start over again and go back up, because there's no way he's going to be making this weight if he basically his body's shutting down. And he looked like a skeleton in his last fight. He looked very depleted, very skinny, not healthy, making 145. I think he made like 146. It wasn't healthy for the guy. So for me, I think this fight's going to be very great stand-up wise. I'm not exactly sure what Max Holloway is on the ground. I've only seen him on the stand-up, and he throws heavy leather on the stand-up. We know what Anthony Pettis is able to do. But we'll say this: at the end of the day, Anthony Pettis is losing 20% of his check tonight. So whatever he's making, let's say he makes $80,000, he's only getting $60,000 because he's losing 20% of that. But at the end of the day, it's a bad thing when you're going for an interim title or a title fight and you can't even make the weight. That's just telling me straight up that the dude can't make the weight anymore. He needs to stop trying to make that weight. This is the second time only cutting weight. So at the bottom line is, if you can't make the weight, don't even force yourself. And especially if he's only walking around at like 160 maybe, that's still like almost 15 pounds you got to cut. And weight cutting is an issue. That'd be like me trying to cut down to like 125. My body probably can do it, but it'd be tough as F, because I'm a naturally 140 dude. Like my body weight right now is about 140, and when I really hard workout, I can get down to about 135. But that's when my body is very, very slim and very lean at 135. I could do it, but it would be tough. So one UFC 206 is called What the F? It was supposed to be the Anthony Pettis versus Max Holloway just for a number 1 contender fight. And it was supposed to be Daniel Cormier versus Anthony Rumble Johnson for the 205-pound title. But man, this fight card is becoming like It's still a great fight card, but it feels like it should be like on Fox or FS1 or something like that, man. But I don't know what to say about this Max Holloway fight. I think Max Holloway's going to win because he's stronger. It's his weight class. He's going to be more comfortable. And it's just going to be an overall more like his kind of fight. But at the end of the day, will this fight be a great fight? I think it will be. I think Anthony Pettis is not going to fight to his full performance. Maybe this is the case of Anthony Pettis having his mind outside of fighting because his cars were lit on fire and he has personal stuff that someone tried to like burn his house up and burn his cars up and did some crazy stuff outside of the cage. So maybe this is what he had his mindset on. Maybe it was just a hard weight cut. Maybe it's just something he just can't make 145 pounds. He's just a bigger, stronger dude. And sometimes guys want to drop weight because they'd be the bigger, stronger guy. But that's why even Conor hasn't gone there in over a year. He just can't make that weight anymore. Conor, when he was fighting there, was very slim. And it just wasn't healthy. And I think weight cutting in general is not healthy for these fighters. I think if you can fight at your natural weight, you should fight at your natural weight. You know, that's why people are like, hey, let's have super heavyweight fights. There's not too many super heavyweights out there. You're not going to have big guys. You're not going to, you want to see 300-pound guys fighting. You see them fight for like 5 minutes and they gas out. It's not pretty. So that's why they do have weight cutting. But I think a lot of guys like Frankie Edgar, for example, he says he can fight at 135. He doesn't really want to go down there because he's comfortable at where he's at. He could fight at 155 because that's his natural body weight. And I think fighting at your natural body weight is the best way to fight because you're not depleting yourself. You're not losing any body weight. You're actually fighting at your best potential is that because you're not having to rehydrate yourself. You're just coming in comfortable. You're not weight cutting. You're just basically eating a little bit healthy, and that's it. So for me, I think it's a bad thing that Anthony Pettis is out of this fight for the interim title. He can only fight for the win, basically. He's not getting a number one contender fight. It's not getting a belt. But I think Max Holloway is going to dominate just because of the fact that he's actually coming in healthy. He's coming in ready to fight. And that's it. So, yeah, man. That's all I can say. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. No interim title fight now, baby.